Yeah. Yo, joy. Father, guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Show me things that I cannot see. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. Guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Surely goodness shall follow me. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. On this path called life's journey, filled with so much ups and downs. When you start having troubles and nobody else is around, who feels it now? When pressure getting hotter, but mama tell me son, go forth and don't you be no quitter. I know you know it's going to get much better. Just hold the faith. Father, guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Show me things that I cannot see. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. Guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Surely goodness shall follow me. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. As I write a passage, you got to seek the knowledge. But knowledge don't just come from books and sitting down in college. Just hold a meditation, take clear of situation that take away your joy and take your peace. Get to use just all the faith, and yes, you must be wise. Stay clear of those decisions that will bring you your demise. Be right and positive, and don't you ever compromise. And always keep your eyes upon the prize. Father, guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Show me things that I cannot see. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. Guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Surely goodness shall follow me. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. Well, listen me again. Time to time, get to youth, stay on the grind. Nothing happens before it's time. Hold the meds and relax your mind. Again, yeah, time to time. Nothing happens before it's time. Get to youth, stay on the grind. Hold the meds and relax your mind. Father, guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Show me things that I cannot see. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. Guide my
Good afternoon, everyone. Or I should say good night. It's afternoon for me, night for you guys. So, welcome to the actual last sip and chat for this season. Guys, I must tell you, kudos to you and kudos to the work we have done together. I am so grateful that you guys have consciously tuned in every week. I mean, the support has been overwhelming, and I cannot say thank you enough. I am super excited that we got through this first season, and I'm looking forward to the next season. But let's talk about Christmas, guys. Let's talk about Christmas. Like, did you get all the gifts you wanted for Christmas? Like, in the chat, let me know. Did you get the gifts that you wanted for Christmas? This was an amazing. So we have, hey, Miss Amanda, how are you doing, my dear? How are you, AJ, hair girlfriend? Couple people in here. We got like so far like 6 people here. So I'm not seeing all the names, but guys, I can't see all the names right now. But welcome to the last episode of Sit and Chat. And I wanted to make this just like much like last week's Sip and Chat because a lot of people liked it. They liked the questions that were asked because they said those are questions that they actually wanted to know the answer for. So the questions that were sent in were really what people wanted to know. So we're gonna do the same thing. We have about maybe four, eight remaining or nine remaining questions. And so let me know what you guys are drinking. Let me remember I told you, got to make sure you look at mine. Look at this, guys. So this is my own creation. Well, I can't take full credit. Here's what I'm going to say. There's this drink that I found. The red is pepper. The red is pepper. Okay, guys. So it's mango, one of my favorite fruits. Mango and pepper. Like both things are my favorite. Like, and so I found it at Baskin Robin, and every time I go get it, and then I give it to my husband one day, and he was like, "Whoa, get me that! I am in love with that. Get me that." So right before Christmas, I was getting the groceries and stuff, and I came up on this Latino store, and I walked in, and it had the mango stuff and the pepper stuff because it's not easily found. And so, guess what? I am like putting Baskin Robin out to business because I got mine to sip and chat. Amanda says she got her book. Oh, got a book from her friend Nicole. Awesome. Nicole Cox present you that. That was a great gift, girl. That's a great gift. That's what's up. I love that. Okay. Big shout out to Nicole Cox. Nicole, you are a really good friend to get her that journal. How are you liking it so far? How are you liking it? Alana, my dear, are you getting ready for work? You see, this is what I'm talking about. You see, as the names of these people pop up, is so familiar because these people have been supporting Sip and Chat from day one. And even so, the ones that have came on in between, they have been so consistent. Like, you guys are so great. Like, you can't understand how grateful I am. I am never alone. You guys are always here to support. And that's why we're gonna make the next Sip and Chat bigger, better. It's gonna be beautiful because we have big plans for next year. Big plans. So as we approach a new year, guys, let me just jump in before I start the question. Let me jump into this. So most people at the end of the year literally reevaluate their lives, reevaluate their personal life, their finances, their relationship, their goals. Did they meet them? How do they feel? And it's like almost a reset at the start of the year. I want to lose weight, I want to make this much money, I want to open that business, I want to actually get into a relationship, I want to get out of this relationship that is not serving me. There's different things that happen at the end of the year because we're going into this new era for us. We're like, okay, I get a reset, I get to fix this what I didn't do. And so normally we call that New Year's resolution, but guess what? New Year's resolution has been around for centuries, but has it ever really proven to be effective? No, because most people make these big, audacious goals that they want to accomplish with no literal strategy of accomplishing it. So what happens to that? It goes to the cemetery. Your goals go to the cemetery, and then the next year come around, and soon you'll notice it's like 10 years and I haven't done what I said I want to do. If anybody understand what I'm talking about, please put in the chat, coach, I know, or something. Just say something in the chat because I want to make sure I'm not the only one who has been in that predicament that the year has ended and I have not gotten all the things that I want to accomplish because I didn't put actually a plan in place to accomplish it. So I'm going to show you something that I have gotten, right? And this here is, for me, one of the things I want to do in saving, and it is the 11 envelopes, right? And what you do is like you put in for every one of these, you put in, and you just keep putting it in. It says, if it says $5, $10, you put that in there, right? And so that's my goal. So here's a perfect example of where you actually have a strategy or accountability to what you want to accomplish. So if I just say idly, like, oh, I want to actually save $5,000, but I do nothing to put a plan in place to get to that $5,000, I really am just having a dream. I'm just having a dream and a fantasy of what I want to accomplish. And so, what I want to do this year for you guys, this is my first time doing the thing again. I have done it 3 years in America, and or 2 years, 2 years in America. I think 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure. I want to actually help you to put a strategy in place, right? I'm going to tell you, for me, one of my goals was to meet the first lady and to partner with her. And I'm going to tell you this: I didn't meet her, I didn't partner with her as yet. However, I met her, I spoke to her, I took pictures with her. That was on my goal board. One of my goals on my goal board was to be on the radio. Um, I was on the radio for a whole season with Sisterhood because that was one of my goals. And everything I did moved me towards that. And so that's what I want to help you guys do this 2024. But in doing so, I don't want us to get confused with a actual, when we say vision board party, we think of some wine, some music, and a big board, and we paste pictures on there. And there's nothing that helps you to get to that goal that you just paste on there. So for some women, they say, "Oh, I want to meet someone and get into a committed relationship this year." Okay, you paste it on the board. Then what? What do you do? What are you doing? Is he coming and knock on your door? So then what I would help you do is something like this. Okay, you want to meet someone this year and get in a committed relationship. Okay, so in order to do so, you got to get social. So, what are the places you can go to be social? How many times are you going to attempt to be social in a month? And you go down the list, and I break it down like that. And so you're like, okay, I have something to work with. I have a vision of what I'm supposed to work with. I have to do this, this, and this to get to this. Does that make sense, guys? Tell me in the chat. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm talking about. Uh, Good night, my dear. Good night. I'm looking at the comments. I have a lot of good night. So that's what I'm talking about. Yes. So, hi, Maxie, my dear. How are you doing? Hi, Kathy. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Alana. Hi, guys. Just hi, hi, hi. So that's where I'm trying to get you to, where you have an actual strategy, a plan to get you to the goal. And it's not some, oh, me and my friends hang out, we paste pictures on the board and we put it up there and then we never think about it again. Nah, dog, we ain't doing that. This year that's coming up is gonna be new year, new improve you. That's you. I'm talking to you. Yes, you who want to buy the land, who want to build the house, who want to get the foundation money down, who wants to start that new career, who wants to go back to school, who wants to be that guy who they get into a committed relationship with, who wants to know find themselves. That's why there is what the journal, right? Like Amanda said, her girlfriend just present her this book, and this book is about the self-discovery journey so that you can align yourself where you are finding and attracting the person who you desire because you are that person, right? um those are things you want to accomplish. So I want you to think about all that as we move into the new year. So put aside, let me just tell you right now, mark your calendar, January 12th, vision board party. I would love to take out the word party because it's a vision board strategy. This is like, yo, I'm about to get you to next level. So $2,000. Let me tell you about it. $2,000 is your ticket. But what's crazy? You want to hear what's crazy? For your $2,000, I'm going to give you the manifest workbook. The manifest workbook that's going to give you the steps and walk you through to finish all your goals to get you to the end of the year where you are celebrating with me. Everything that is worth $10,000. You heard me. Like, coach, what the heck? If it's 10,000, how am I paying 2,000? Because you're the only person that are gonna be paying $2,000. If somebody try to go to my website right now to buy it, they will pay 10,000. But you're getting it because you're showing up. You're showing me that you are desiring what you want and you want it to be accomplished. So I'm like, for people like that, yo, I'm vested into them because they're showing up. They're vested into themselves. So you get that. In addition to that, you're gonna get actual ticket to the next relationship real talk. That is valued at $5,000. So what am I telling you right now? You're getting $17,000 for 2,000. Like, why am I doing that? I know you want to know. Well, I'm telling you right now, I have met the greatest women in Guyana. Absolutely. And sometimes the conscious awareness that, yo, we have put ourselves out for Christmas and we don't have it like that. I don't need just a certain amount of people or a certain type of people to come to this and get all the winnings. I need everybody who wanted to be able to afford it and come to it. So this is a one-time gift, okay? And it's limited seats. So if you don't get yours now, sorry, sis, but not sorry. You have to jump on it ASAP. So if you want your tickets, you need to jump into my WhatsApp, and that's 694-9614. And that number again is 694-9614. So I expect to see every last one of you guys there. If you ready for next year, do it different, do it bigger, do it better. Um, Amanda said, I will be coming. Maxine is like, yes, coach, girl. I'm right there with you. I am absolutely right there with you. So I have talked about stuff and I have not yet give you guys a question. So let me get to these people questions. First, I'm gonna take a quick break and then come back. Let's take a sip and put in the chat what you drinking. Let me know what you're drinking. I got the mango with the hot pepper. Whoever joined lately, look, mango with pepper. So let's share the live and let's get ready for the first question. Let's get ready for the first question after this commercial. Yes, we are. Ziegler said that you are exactly where you are because of yourself. I think that hurt my feelings because I would like to think of myself further along and I would like to blame everything around me of why I'm not where I am. But the truth is, you are exactly where you are because that is what you have poured into yourself to get, nothing else. All right, and we are back. So I see we have AJ got orange juice, Amanda has water, and I thought I saw somebody. Welcome, Lucky Lex. I thought I saw somebody else. I thought I saw someone else had something else. But if I missed it, guys, forgive me. So I'm gonna tell you right now we have like 10 people in this chat. I'm going to say if you share, we are able to take that up to at least 15. So let's share the live so we can get us up to 15, guys. At least 15 people in here. And the first question, I'm going to take it from the woman, right? And there's a similar question on the men end. So I'm going to read both questions, but the woman is asking, do we merge finance while we dating? Oh my gosh. Excusez-moi. How many you? Hey, Anika, my dear. How many of you have dated and merged your finance in the dating process? If you have done it, give me a one in the chat. Give me a one in the chat, guys. So, merge in finance while you dating. I think you guys already know what my answer is going to be. That's a hard no. It's a hard no. So, let's talk about it. You have to understand, to actually consider even merging finance, you have to be in not just a committed, but a viable committed relationship like a marriage. Because there's no actual, well, let me do this disclaimer, there's no guarantee to marriage, right? However, the sanctuary of marriage, the union of marriage, provide for more security and protection within that. So when you're dating, you're discovering, you're learning, and that's all you're doing, and you're getting to know each other. No way should you take your money and merge it with your boyfriend's money. No, that's a hard no. And it's funny because the guy question was, how soon can we talk about finance in a relationship? I said, as soon as you get committed. So there's part where you actually go, the guy go like, we've been seeing each other for a little bit, and I think we should actually get exclusive, right? And so once you're exclusive, that means you're considering this partner to be somebody who's a possibility to be a life partner. Unless you're doing it wrong, the commitment of getting exclusive is because you say all the potential possibilities for you to be with this person on the long term basis. So if you believe that, you need to evaluate that person accordingly. You got to think about, is this person going to be a good dad? Is she going to be a good mom? Is their finance right? Do they actually budget? How do they spend their money? Is it emotional spender? Is there a great steward in there? And if you're evaluating these things, you got to evaluate it as a family unit, right? So what our finance will look like is just what it is now. Did you hear me? What your finance will look like is what it is currently. Most times when we get into a relationship, we never ever think about finance. We never think of who should play the role in managing the money. We actually just allow it to be however it falls. Like, where there's always a person who is stronger in financing than the other. One is a spender, one is a saver. And recognizing those things early on helps your relationship to be a better fluent relationship when it comes to your finance, because they say finance is a great part of relationship going south. Yes, it is. Bigger than that is the communication, lack of communication about the finances that make it really go south. So you definitely want to talk about it as soon as you say you guys are in a exclusive relationship. What you should do prior to that is start to pay attention to spending habits, right? For instance, a person who just spontaneously want to spend money without no thought to how it affects the whole, then that person is telling you they might have a lack of discipline on when it comes to money. You want to pay attention to that. I'll tell you guys this: when my kids were really really young, I did something with them that was an experiment. And what it was is that I evicted them out to their bedrooms, myself and my sister-in-law. I came up with this plan, and my sister-in-law thought I was crazy. And I told her she and I will be the banker, the salon. We were actually fitting every hat that would be in the real world. And so we had to interview the kids, and we interviewed them based on what they were willing to expel. Like my daughter, if you had a college degree, you would get paid more. My younger daughter was like, I don't want to college degree. I work at McDonald's. So she pretended to work at McDonald's. And the older one was like, she's going to write the paper that we needed a paper, and then actually be able to work at the more substantial company and make more money. And I tell you what, it's funny that that actually showed exactly what their current life is like. My younger daughter is not very disciplined. My older daughter is way more disciplined about her money and stuff like that. But those are the characteristics that show up early on. So don't neglect to pay attention to what is happening in the relationship from the earlier point of the relationship. Pay attention to how they spend and how they interact with their money. Um, and it will tell you a whole lot about what your life will look like. So hope you guys get an answer. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Marilyn. Thank you, ladies, for joining. So that was our first question. Anything that you guys want to add, ask me about the financing part? Any question? So let's take there's a question from the men. So let me take that question. So the question is, how can a man get emotional with his partner without feeling that she will consider him soft or feel safe enough to share? So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have a man that's willing to be emotional, it tells that he's literally emotional intelligent, because in our culture, in our society, it's taboo for a man to literally be crying and showing his feelings. If a man is really connected to his feelings and can express it and show it, I think you are in a great place. He's emotionally in touch. So any woman that does not respect that she's not aligned with you and her mindset is not where you are. Because if she's gonna demote you to soft, or she don't feel safe no longer with you because you cry, that she is actually not in line with where your mindset is in a person who's in touch with who they are. And we need to understand, being in touch means that I am in touch with how I feel. I can express it. I can express it in saying it. I could articulate it clearly. I can cry if that's what I'm feeling. But keeping that in, that suppressing of what you feel, is exactly what got us where we have a lot of abuse and even fatal disputes happening in the relationship atmosphere. So I would say, if a woman is not recognizing that you can be emotionally intelligent and present, then I don't think she's the right person for you, because mentally she's not where you are. She's still in the age where she think like he's soft, as the woman say here. The guy said that he would be considered soft. Language like that has no place in the actual intelligent, mature relationship in this day and age. Like, gone are those days where if a man cried, which it was never so, but that's what we actually perpetuated by saying things like, my son made a great analogy a few weeks ago. And he said, often when a young lady falls, everybody goes run to pick her up. But when a man falls, nobody seeks to help him up. Well, that man could be a boy, and no one goes to pick him up because he's supposed to be tough. But in being tough, you also are telling him he has no room to actually be human and express what he's feeling. So, again, if she's not there, that means she's not the one for you. Because if she's mentally still there, chances are she's mentally still there with a lot of other things. So I would say, yeah, nah, not there. So let's take a commercial break, guys, and I'll be back. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Ruth. Michelle is in the house. Miss William is in the house. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you showing out. Let's take. This is so good, guys. I swear you don't understand how good it is. I'm like licking my tongue, like. Good night, my dear. Good night. Oh, Amanda said we are planning to get married. Yay! Yes, I'm here for it. So, guys, let's take a commercial break and get back to the next question that I'm gonna tell you. And I don't know, this one is coming from a woman. So, quick commercial, and we'll be back.
exciting adventure of self-discovery. This journal is your own special place to embark on a meaningful journey of exploring and understanding yourself. Get your own copy today. The Discovery of Who Am I? Whose am I? I am. Journal. You can now find the OLM Journal at Austin's bookstore, located at Lot 190 Church Street, Georgetown. Just Because Shop, located at Miss Proper Boutique at the corner of 1st and Albert Streets, Albertown. And Pure Elegance Beauty Salon, located at Rayon House of Fashion Building, 73 Robb Street between Camp and Wellington Street.
This stuff is good. I'm sorry. So this question is from a woman. And she says, how do I tell my partner he needs to be more assertive in his personal growth plan and goals, especially if we are going to have a future? So that is interesting. Here's why I say that, because we are supposed to literally attract where we are, attract who our spirit is, but she's saying she have attracted a man who is not of the same mindset as her, and she need him to get it together, or she's not gonna have room for him to be in her life. Now that, that's like a two-edged sword, because while I could appreciate that she knows what she wants, I question that all the same, because at the same time she's with someone that is not driven as much as she is, and that doesn't mean he's any less. It just means that he's growing at a different pace, and if she cannot recognize that he's growing at a different pace, she will discard him at some point if he doesn't measure up to what her projection of his growth should be. So how do I answer that? I want you guys to understand. This is why I'm telling you, discovery of yourself is so important. You have to know unequivocally that this is what is needed for your life to be right. When you pick a partner, you pick somebody to intention to be a lifetime journey, right? And in that lifetime journey, when you how you look at your partner is so critical. Like, if you cultivate harmful thoughts about your partner in the interim of your relationship, there's nothing but resentment that could actually stack up against that. And you'll find that your partner will start to project, and they'll project what they are feeling inside because they're harboring really nasty thoughts, right? So if she's thinking he's weak, he's not assertive, he's not planning for this future, that could really be devastating to their relationship when they get married, because he was never meeting what she had as a projection of what is the standard, right? So I don't think, now I don't want to make a blanket statement on this, but I don't believe that this relationship, I feel it's a little one-sided, and it's a little bit unfair, because I don't know that this young man is not doing the best he can at his pace. Like, celebrate what he is doing at his pace. If he's lazy, you're telling me something different. But if he's working just as hard, but is not to your standard, then you're projecting yourself onto him. So be mindful of how you guys, as you get into your relationship, how you guys operate in your relationship. If you find yourself projecting onto your partner, if you find yourself harboring thoughts about your partner, understand those things just stack. They really stack, and somebody's gonna break. And I'm telling you right now, it's gonna tear a wedge between you guys. And I don't know if sometime it could come back if you guys don't fix it. So I would say, don't see your partner as beneath you. Don't see your partner in a way that you think, because that's what she's seeing. He's not stacking up to her. Her growth is not his growth is not measuring up to hers, and therefore he needs to assort himself. He needs to get himself together. Like, language like that is not talking up to him, it's talking down to him. And so he's already at a disadvantage because she don't see him as measuring up. I always tell women, stop taking fixer uppers. Men are not fixer uppers. If you don't find what you want in that person, then find somebody else and find what you want in them, but don't do that to that person, because you're just killing that person's spirit. Does that make sense, guys? Yep, yep, yep. Put a one in the chat. Let me know that you're here and you it makes sense to you. All right, let's take another question. Let's see. I'm marking off my questions because I don't want to repeat my questions, right? Oh, this, I bet you guys gonna like this one. This is from the woman. She says, how do you deal with a man who has quote unquote baby mama who's still very connected to him? I like the big time, Maxine. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, guys. Okay. Quote unquote, she said, quote unquote, baby mama. Oh, the baby mama drama. So, who is still very connected to him? Let me tell you something. Anytime, I'm going to tell you right now, anytime a woman is still in play in any way, if it's giving her stuff, if it's talking to her, whatever it is, she's only in play because he's encouraging it. Guarantee you that he's encouraging it. He's eating off of it. He likes it. He might not want to be with her still, but he likes the idea of being to getting attention from her. So if you have a guy who is in that space, sweetie, you're gonna have to actually decide, like, is it something that you could deal with? Sometimes it could be frivolous flirting, but I am gonna say, what I say frivolous, I don't mean to say that flirting is okay. I just say that he can be doing it just out to superficially feeding his ego, but that could actually be dangerous, especially in Guyana. Oh my god, I gotta say, especially in the Caribbean. But back to it, to be on a serious note, if that's something you can't deal with, if it's something that you don't feel comfortable with, then you need to actually decide if that's good for you. Let me tell you, you got to learn how to serve yourself, right? Guarantee you he's serving himself. He's serving himself. He's getting all the benefits of what he wants to actually keep her there. Maybe a string that he's dangling her and giving her hope, whatever it is. But he's getting his payout. If that's not serving you and is actually causing a disruption in your relationship, I say, girl, yeah. I personally believe that I personally believe that if a person can treat you well, then they could treat you not well. They're consciously making that choice. Now that's crazy, right? Um, Understand this. If you have a partner that loves on you, treats you great, and then another time could be Jackal and I am telling you that's intentional. Taking away all like pressure, all frustration with whatever you guys might deal with, not that kind of stuff. I just saying the person have the ability to love on you and just choose not to. It's a disregard to you and your feelings. It's a disregard to you as a person. And it tells me that you think that you can do that and get away with it. So if he knows that it caused conflict, if he knows that it hurts you, good night, reader. If he knows that he still does it, it feeds his ego. He doesn't care about just anybody but his damn self. That's real. What you guys say? I see. True, true. I'm telling you, because understand, I know for a fact that I could want to do something and I will still be intentional to do the right thing. Although I feel somewhere, I will not intentionally do anything to cause harm. Never. My thoughts is like, yo, I still get those feelings. Let me just tell you right now, I ain't perfect. Coach is not perfect. Coach still could hit like, yo, somebody roll up on me. I definitely think about taking it. Like I can have those thoughts. However, those thoughts are filtered so fast because of what I serve, who I am, in the innate role that I play in this life that God gave me. Like, nah, dog. because so I have we had some friends over, neighbors over the other day, and he was talking about critical thinking, and most people don't exercise critical thinking. And what is that? You just don't think of the present, but you can actually analyze the future and how it will impact, and actually make decisions from a place of, and because I can do that, I will not move from a place of just sprouting things out of my mouth because I have a hole in my face. I will speak intentionally to not cause harm. So understand, if there's somebody just intentionally just venomous, like just doing things, he's gonna have her there, just could keep her just like stringing her along because it feels good to him, where it's causing you pain. Like, yo, how is that love? And I know there's a superficial love that we all experience from a sexual secular aspect, because most people don't understand agape love. Most people haven't experienced agape love. And if you guys want to understand what agape love is, check your Bible out. Agape is God love, right? And I am telling you, we have 8 billion people in this world. And if I had to choose how many people, if I had to put a number to, I would say not even 30% experience agape love. That is just crazy. Most of us is in the secular love, where if it doesn't feed me, then boo hoo you. And those are selfish kind of way of loving, but most people do. You just have to understand, like, you're gonna have to wait, especially if it's the early interim of your relationship. Wait, like, is this what I want to sign up for the rest of my life? Is this what it's gonna look like? Do I feel safe in this relationship? Because safety for women is everything. Do I feel like I am the one, the only one, and nothing comes before me but God? Do I know if it comes down to he got me, she got me? Like, seriously, like she will climb the highest mountain for me? And if you don't feel that way, yo, I don't think you should be with someone that you don't feel that have you like that. And sometimes, you can't do nothing at that time. I'm not telling you just up something, but first thing I always say, have conversations. Hopefully that person can communicate healthily, right? Have conversations, because hey babes, like, I whatever this relationship that I think you guys have a kid together, and you guys should really be able to co-parent and be respectful and cordial to each other. But when the extra come in, it makes me feel insignificant in this relationship, because I'm telling you, like, doing what you're doing for her, it doesn't give her the right message about where we are. Or it's not like we talked about it and then we make a decision. So um yeah, I think, hey Jude, well, not Jude, hey Odika, she said truth. Oh Lord, I got a oh Lord. Next is a hallelujah. Oh my goodness. So yeah, on that, I think you definitely need to reevaluate and make a decision, especially if it's earlier part of your relationship where you're not as vested as yet, because that stuff could wreak havoc on your. You know what? A lot of times you'll find a person with disconnect, in the sense of, I'm gonna guard myself and just remove myself from it, because it's so, like, oh God, what is the word? I can't even think of the word. But if you are, I'm gonna say, in the interim of that relationship, then you could make a judgment, like, you guys are not fully there yet, but you're just seeing remnants of this thing coming up. Then yeah, girl, don't sign up for anything you can't live with. If you can live with it, then yeah, go ahead. Hi Regina. Hi Jennifer. So do we need to take a break? Do we need to take a break? Let me, guys, we need to take a sip. What we drinking? What we drinking? Put it in the chat. What we drinking? One of these days, I'm gonna ask somebody, gonna be like, vodka. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Okay, let me see what's another question for the men. Okay, what do you do as a man if your mother does not like your partner and you love both of them? Well, well. Tea, iced tea. Okay, no vodka. Thank you. Guys, I ain't judging. If you're doing your thing, you know. But what do you do if you if you're a man and if your mom doesn't like your partner and you love them both? What do you do? Champagne. Alana, girl, I can't. Not champagne, girl. You're doing the most. What's the night? Sorrel. Oh yes. What kind of tea? So that's a big question, and I know this happens a lot in Guyana, where mamas seem to have a big say to the. So I must tell you, I have two boys, right? I have two boys, and our two boys are oh god, Jim Jabir. I make a budget in Jabir Girl. So I have two boys and two girls, and the two boys are. I must say you, our kids are very much connected. Like we're supposed to be going on a really quick trip. My husband have a business trip tomorrow. We were supposed to be going to the Bahamas. Uh and he actually asked our youngest son who's 22, hey, come on with us. That's the kind of relationship we have, right? And so I was thinking, like, why you asking me to come with us? This is for me and you. He's like, bring my son along. And I'm like, dude. Anyway, it happens that he's not gonna come because he said that's a too quick of a turnaround for him. He's really fussy sometimes. Anyway, um, they talk to me a lot and they talk to me about their personal life and their relationship. And I have expressed to my son at some point, like, yo, I think this is not how I imagine you and your relationship or whatever. I have spoke to my kids at some point in their relationship, this one relationship before, and I've expressed my thoughts. And I don't know what is it, but I am very intentional. Like I say it, you receive it, you don't receive it, I back off. But they constantly come seeking my advice. Now I'll tell you this, if my son is married to a woman that I don't care for, I am gonna love her. I'm gonna treat her well, but I pray the day she don't cross my child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. Guys, I'm not. I'm just saying. Like for me, I think we have some really great young men for sons, and I think two women are gonna have two excellent husbands. So, and I'm not the one. I will get in their face if they do a woman wrong. I would. They know better. They won't. They know better. My son cannot even think about cheating on his girlfriend. Not with his mother. No, his mom would tear him off. Tear him. No, he can't. He can't. It might cross his mind, but he know better. So I say all that to say I have limitations, especially I can talk now, but when my son say I do to a woman, all I could do is give him my advice and step. The Lord said that you should leave your mother and father and cleave to your wife. If my son cannot cleave to his wife, then his children would know how to actually perpetuate that behavior in their relationship because they never saw it. So parents need to know to back off. If you love a woman, you marry a woman, and your mother don't like her, here, your mother gotta suck it up. Because I would have to suck it up. There's things that my sons might have done that I was like I wouldn't do, but I had to suck it up and I have to show the best because I want the best for them and I want them to be happy. So if your mom don't care for your girl and you love her, you got to show that you love her. You marry her and you put actually expectations of how that relationship is going to go. Hey, ma, I know you don't care so much for Cathy, but she's a woman for me. I love her. And so here are the things I'm going to say. I'm going to do this. If you don't want us to come over, if you just get parameters set up that the boundaries are already in place. So, mom, when you come to our house, you have to be respectful. My wife, that's her home. You can't do things that are not gonna that's gonna make her uncomfortable. Just put it out there and let her know. And then go to your wife and say, I know you and my mom don't care too much for each other, but you can never disrespect my mom. You have to, and if there's a problem, you could come to me, and I promise you, I will straighten it out. I will but you have to put those parameters in place. No mother should be actually bossing her son around. Like, what did you rear him for? I raise men. I raise men. I want them to stand on their feet. I want them to actually live the life that God will have for a man to lead his family in a healthy way, and show his kids what a man's supposed to be. Like, yo, I'm not gonna be no. So if your mama don't like your wife, forget her. Like, seriously, like, be respectful, love your mom, treat your mom right, but do not make a choice just based on your mom's choice. You have to live with that person, and her say so, yes, is important, but it goes so far. Now, if she's telling you like, son, this woman is cheating, this woman is bad, then you should listen to shit. You should listen to her. But if it's just because of us being, Guyanese who want to poke their nose in every your children business, and no, then absolutely not. Absolutely, positively not. You have no business there. Did you guys ever had one of those mother-in-laws? Have you ever had one of those mother-in-laws? Let's take a quick break. And let me tell you something. Those people, chances are they have no husbands and they want to act like their sons are their husbands. My sons and I are very, very, very close. Very close. But you know what? I have a place. That means I would take Boxy quick time. Some mothers go in a car and their son and the woman in front, and she expect the woman to come out. Like, heck to the no. Like, yo, go sit your behind in the back. I do. Like, you gotta understand, you have to respect your children, allow them to grow and be. I think I am one of the sternest parents I ever, other than my mom. There's not much people, like, I don't believe in feeding my kids when I believe in teaching my kids how to feed themselves. I don't believe, like, I don't believe in crippling my kids. I believe in positioning my kids, and our youngest son is the epitome of that, positioning them so they can stand on their feet and walk in upright position. I gave it to all of them. Some of them take it, some of them don't. But I tell you, as young as like 10 and 13, I was doing financial stuff with them. I was positioning them, their thoughts about relationship. Like, I never used to even think about, my daughters can say I have taught them, like, oh, when you date, and when you date, I used to always say your husband. I talk about husband, I talk about wife, because I'm putting your mindset to what is the end result and not what the in between is. Because the in between, if I tell you about dating, it becomes so normalized that you think dating is a thing. I want you to understand you're dating for a purpose. So we're talking husband, we're talking wife. We're not talking boyfriend and girlfriend and that nonsense, because then you fall short and you find yourself in a rut. You know what I mean? Oh, your mother-in-law's loving and caring. I love that for you, my girl. I love that. I love that. Um, I think my mom and my husband have a really great relationship. He would argue that it's not my mom, it's our mom. His mom passed 4 years ago, and she was a sweetheart. We had a good relationship, but she passed, and then my dad passed, and so we literally his dad passed. 22 years ago. So we literally have one parent between us two. So, um, we share her. And I must tell you that my husband cared for my mother just like he would care for his own. So I am greatly appreciative of him and the way he loves my mother. But and my mom is a very fair person. She would tell me when I'm wrong. She ain't got no gripe about that. And she tell him when he's wrong as well. So I love that for us. Loving it. Yes, Yolanda, my dear. Loving it. All right. So let me take the last. Okay, I gotta do this one. What do you do? This is from the woman's point of view. What do you do when you love your partner but you are unevenly yoked? What do you do? Let me tell you what you do. Sign up for a whole lot of heartbreak. Oh my gosh, like seriously, let me tell you something. I know we don't care sometimes so much to be reading the Bible. Like even I sometimes struggle to read my Bible. I read my Bible, I would say a minimum of 4 to 5 times a week. The weekends I get lazy. But even me, I struggle. So I'm not here to like point fingers, but we take that book as a frivolous, like, oh, it's just stories or whatever. I want you to start looking at the Bible. Like, if when you go to construct your house, they have to map out a blueprint for you. And the blueprint is telling you where this is going to go in order for it to actually be able to sustain the weight to the so the art. Wow, why is that not coming out? The art. Ooh, I can't even get it out. The guy that designed the plan, I can't get to, I know it's art something, right? He is going to show you how this house is going to design to what you want to get, right? And because he give you all these specs, now you can build a house accordingly. But if you don't follow those specs, you're going to find yourself in a house that is sinking, that something can withstand the weight that you're putting in there. So that's what the Bible is. Architect, thank you, Ruth. I was like art or something. Architect, absolutely, Ruth. Thank you, my dear. Love you for that. That's what the Bible is. It is literally the architect has mapped out this blueprint and said to you, this is what you laugh at. This is what you need to use in order to get the best or to be able to sustain certain things. And if we don't use it, then we actually have to deal with the consequences. Thank you, my dear. Hi, Faye. Good night. So you being unevenly yoked, sis, I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, you sign up for a whole lot of heartache. I can't say nothing good. Like, it's a whole lot of heartache. You're really signing up for a lot of pain. You're signing up because when you are in an unevenly yoke, understand this. I normally give this example. Imagine being 7 days Adventist, never eating any meat or anything like that. And you sit at the table with your whole family and you eat your food without no meat and never desire to get meat because you never ever care for it. Meat was not something that was, you know, you were exposed to it, and your friends happen to sit at the table too and they don't eat meat, and so it's normal for you not to eat that, right? You're vegetarian all the way. Now life is going to go through a lot more easier for you. You will not be yearning so much for something that you have never desired. Now put in that same table, let's go backward, and we take that same table, we put a man who is eating all the meat and his wife don't eat no meat, and the kids are being rare as vegetarians. Those kids will always long for what dad has on his plate, because not only do they see it, they smell it, they see dad enjoying it, so now there has developed a desire for the thing that they don't get to enjoy. So That's what it's like, unevenly yoked. You are literally putting yourself in a place where you are going to have desire for things that you don't even care for, never care for, but because you're subjected to it, you're put in front of it, you want to try it because you're being told it's okay. That ah, I really think it's important for us to choose a partner that is like-minded and evenly yoked. Anybody in here that is with someone who's not evenly yoked, put in the chats. Let me know. Oh my gosh, Amanda, where did you get that from? It's saying is you are married to Satan's son. Just know your father-in-law will visit very often. Oh my god, that is priceless. I love it. I've never heard that before. Amanda, where did you get that from, girl? I like it. I'm gonna use it. Your father-in-law gonna be coming over. Just watch. Don't sign up for it. Like, as I said, there's 8 billion people in the world. Um, I know women tell me all the time, like, coach, there's no guys. And I know when I go to the churches, I can see that churches, there's scarcity in the men in the church. And I get all of that. But I'm gonna say there is a man outside the church as well. And I'm not promoting this, but there's men outside the church who are more God-fearing than the men in church. I said, vet the character, vet the character, vet the character, vet the character. And you might find that you will see there's a lot of good guys out there. But signing up for something consciously is like, yo, that's nuts. No, if you know you're unevenly yoked, don't do it. It's not worth it. Guys, I didn't get to go through all the questions for the men. Ooh. Let me see if I could let me see. What do you do? Oh, I got that one already. Oh, oh wow. Okay, we are a little bit over. Oh geez, we are a little bit over. So it says, how do men tell their partners about their hygiene without offending her? Ow. Girls, they coming for you. So, ladies, um, I must tell you, this is something that we have to be very mindful of. Very mindful of. Um, your hygiene is critical to your relationship, your partner feeling comfortable. Yeah, I know it's uncomfortable for if you know you have like you spell your husband breath and you're like, "Oh," you don't want to say like you both stink. You know, you want to ease into it, like, hey babes, you want a mint? Hey, I put the mint in my mouth. You want one too? That kind of way. But as women, we need to actually be mindful of our hygienes. We have our body fluids that sometimes months is not so hot and sometimes we just got to be mindful of that. We got to take care of ourselves and be intentional. As a man, as you tell your partner that something is not okay, you should tell her because you don't want no one else to be in that position to tell her that. If there's one person she should be able to trust is you to tell her. So I'm gonna say yes. So for instance, if you don't want to say, then it's like her bread, and you just you want a gum. I put a gum in my mouth and give you a gum. I promise you, she's gonna think was my breath kicking, and she'd be more conscious of it. But if it continually happened, then you want to say, hey babes, I love you, and I just want you to know that I don't know what it is, but I think it's like, there's a odor or something. Just honestly, just tell them because you're letting her go out there and other people are actually observing her and not actually seeing it as a kind thing. They're laboring her. They're putting in the oh, she got stink boat or whatever. When it comes to, below the waist, ladies, that's a part that I cherish and I think it's the most precious thing. So I care for it. Like if it was my heart I'm caring for. And so I want to tell you, like, you need to be mindful of how you care for yourself. Um, I can't promote like the douche stuff and stuff because I don't care for that stuff. I am very careful what I put in my body, but there's a lot of home remedies that you can use to make sure that part of you is actually um cared for in a way. And you take the time to smell yourself, ladies. I'm telling you, like, um when I was thinking of oral, guys, I don't want to say it here because Facebook, but I went into a whole bunch of studying and reading and understanding because as a young person, I was like, I hear you don't eat on the 2 foot table, and that's what I heard. And I'm like, mm-mm. So you got to get in touch with you, your body, read, get yourself educated about your body in a way that you can actually be proud to actually open yourself to a person and know that you're comfortable with yourself. So, if there is any males out here that I would say, as much as it's uncomfortable to tell her, I think you should tell her because if you don't tell her, someone else might just do it and not in a kind way. If I said, don't be mean about it. If she loves you, she's gonna understand that she needs to hear it more from you than anyone else. Early in the fun but firm way. Yeah, I think it should be discussed in a very lighthearted way. Guys, so here's the thing. Today is our last sip and chat for this season. You guys have done amazingly well supporting Sip and Chat. Sip and Chat is going to continue started in February again. And so the whole of January, we're not going to have Sip and Chat. But what we're going to have in January instead is that I will be on Felice every Tuesday morning for 15 minutes giving advice. So Felice Roberts show, coach is gonna be there, and I expect to see all you here, all you tune in. I don't care if you're at work, you turn on the thing quiet, put the headphone in your ears, and you can type in your question or type in your support of coach. So Felice has invited me on for the month of January every Tuesday to give advice to anonymous writing. So like like a dear letter. They just like we do questions, somebody send in the questions and then I answer the questions online. That's going to be the same thing. So I expect to get all your support and make sure that everyone join in on Tuesdays between 11:45, between 10:45 and 11 o'clock, and support your coach. The next big thing for us is going to be the vision board party. The vision board party. This is I actually I'm gonna do a video. I was gonna do a really fun video for you guys to see what this vision board is gonna be about. Is about creating results. I want to make sure that every last one of you get the things on your list that is important to you, whether that's starting a business, buying a land, putting down the money for the foundation, building the house, starting a new career, going back to school, finding that love of your life, leaving that relationship that hasn't served you, whatever it is that it is for you, we are going to work it out in our actual vision board party. And just so you know, I am not about the vision board party just sticking stuff on the wall and forgetting about it. I'm about getting result. Like this is going to be a strategy that is going to be broken down in the workbook that you're going to have every day, and you're going to tick off things, and we're going to have a support group that's going to pair you up, and you're going to have the person to be accountability part. It's going to be awesome. You're going to come to the results you want. You're going to get that car. You're going to get that job. You're going to get that husband. You're going to get that baby. Because girl, you're going to plan for this. Okay. You ain't playing. You about this life. That's what a vision board party is supposed to do. It's not just about knocking glasses and playing some music and sticking things in the wall. Nah, that's foolishness. It's foolishness and it's temporal. I'm talking about stuff that's going to be longevity, that's going to be building on your 5-year plan. Whatever you desire for next year is going to build towards the next 5 years for your life. It's going to be incredible. Now that you have to be on. Now the tickets are going for $2,000, and I'm not about to go through the whole procedure tell you why I did it so cheap. And I said cheap, but that's not a right word. So inexpensive, but I understand that after Christmas everybody's like, oh, gosh, I spent all my money. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm giving you my $10,000 workbook for 2000 because I know if you show up, that means you want it. And if you want it, I want to give you opportunity to get it. And so tell a friend. I know the spaces are limited. And so if you don't get your seat soon, I am sorry. You will be out of luck and you're going to see me celebrate a bunch of people and you are not one of them. And I'm hopeful that none of you on here are going to be left out of that. It's going to be on Zoom. It's convenient to you. It's going to be a Friday night and we're going to just have a party of celebrating a win before we even get it in our hands. So, I'll need you guys to jump on that and get your tickets. I'm still gonna be doing my lives, but I'm not gonna be doing sip and chat till February. Um, who didn't get their journal? Get your journal. This here is gonna be very important for the new year of you literally putting yourself in a position of knowing what you want and what you desire. I see Jennifer says she enjoyed tonight's sip and chat. Thank you, my dear. Oh, thank you. Miss Adam said that I am a great encouragement. Oh, God bless you, my dear. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, ladies. I so appreciate you. Like the women that hang with me are like the best. Like let me tell you right now, I ain't care what nobody said. The women that hang with me are the top nonchalant of Guyana. Okay, no, we are the bomb, diggity bomb. So get ready. Um, this 2024 is gonna be incredible. I didn't even get to do any of our trivia. I don't know what happened to the time. I could have never guessed it would have been this long. You know, like I never tell. Hey, Patrick, can we put up one of the trivia at least? Oh my gosh, the trivia is real quick. Let's do the trivia. It's gonna cause us probably now 3 minutes. Let's do the trivia before we go. Uh, it it's the end of the year, and Guyanese never refer to the last day of the year as New Year Eve. What do we call this day? Guys, what do we call this day? Come on, let's play this trivia real quick. What do we call the last day before New Year's? You guys don't know that answer? Come on, somebody got to know the answer. Oh, Year's Day. Yes, yeah. I was like, what is going on? Oh my goodness. Alana, have a good night at work, my dear. Love you, kiddo. Okay, give me the next trivia. We're gonna close out with a trivia. What is the name of the traditional dish Guyanese cook at the end of the year? What is that dish? Yeah. Oh, yours is a thing they use in Guyana, sweetie. She said, I never heard of that. So what's the answer? What's the dish we cooking? All right, Jennifer got it. Cook up. Cook up, girl. Cook up. Cook up. Well, last trivia. Last trivia is what is the last one? Pepper pot. Amanda, nobody don't eat no pepper pot. Girl, what's yourself? What time is the traditional eating? Oh, the cook up. What time do we eat it? Now, this was new for me. I didn't know we had a particular time, but let me see if anybody know. Shine rice? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Me no bother. Me no bother. I'm gonna take your guy and he's scared away from you. Me no bother one. Alana, I thought you were going to work. She out there. Cook up rice. Cook up rice. Midnight. Marilyn, I did not know that. I did not know that Ava says 0 0 hours. I did not know that. I was like, really? We wait till 12 o'clock to eat the food? I did not know. Guys, I found out that today. I was like, really? We wait until 12 o'clock? I hungry. I can eat when I hungry. Okay, guys. So I want to tell you guys that I love you. I want the best for you for the new year. I want you guys to really, really get what you deserve. And I want you to have a fabulous, fabulous year. But you guys didn't see me before, right? Well, you guys see me before. However, tomorrow I'm going to Bahamas for 24 hours. I'm gonna take some videos. I'm gonna go live. So if you guys see me live, you guys need to put the thing up that says put on the thing that says when coach go live that you know I can go live so y'all can see Bahamas. It's gonna be a quick trip. I didn't even pack yet. Oh, thank you, dear. So put on the thing that says notify me when coach is going live. Notify me. And so I'm gonna show you the Bahamas, what I see tomorrow. And then we're gonna have chats before lives before old years and new years. But guys, I love you. Have a blessed night. Thank you so much for your support all this time. We can't wait for the next season. But in between that, we got things going on. So don't forget, get your tickets, get your journal. Stay blessed to you, my dear. And yes, party over here. It was a great season. You guys made it so possible and so successful. I love you guys. Good night. Mwah, mwah. Ziegler said that you are exactly where you are because of yourself. I think that hurt my feelings because I would like to think of myself further along, and I would like to blame everything around me of why I'm not where I am. But the truth is, you are exactly where you are because that is what you have poured into yourself to get, nothing else.